Welcome back to WHHI-TV. We're now joined by Mr. Ryan Reeves. Ryan is the Operations Coordinator at the Don Ryan Center of Innovation. Ryan, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I know that Don Ryan Center is involved with colleges, but you're also involved with other schools in the area. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, our biggest involvement right now is with the SCAD Institute over in Savannah, which is a big deal for us because we're really trying to push the idea that the Don Ryan Center is a regional center, not just for the town of Bluffton, which is our direct association with the town of Bluffton, but also with Hilton Head, with Beaufort, and of course going across the river to Savannah. A few months ago we were able to tour some of the facilities over in SCAD, and it was very impressive what they were able to do over there. And we ended up getting them to come over and visit Bluffton and the Don Ryan Center a few weeks ago, and with talking with some of their alumni directors and a few of their teachers over there, we were able to formalize an agreement with them, and we'll be starting that in January. But also we've been able to speak with the Beaufort County school systems as well as TCL, and hopefully we'll be able to arrange some form of formal agreement with them in the near future.
Nice.
That's great.
Thank you.
So what can you tell us about the public sessions being held at the center?
Well, we've started them up again. It's been about 7 months since we did the last one, but we started them up again 2 months ago, and we're calling it the Fall into Innovation series. The first one was on the 3D printer, which we just recently got with the grant money we were awarded. And then we did one on champagne marketing on a beer budget. And the most recent one we did was on small business financing. And the next one will be coming up December 18th. And it is on Photoshop, introduction to Photoshop. So it's every third Thursday of the month.
So are these like lessons, or are they like think tanks, or what are they exactly?
They're more lessons than anything. An expert will come in and we'll get fairly hands-on with some of the people that are there, and just describe how it can be effective to use a 3D printer, or how to get started using Photoshop, or how to, if you're on a slim budget, to get started with marketing and become successful.
And is that open to anyone?
It is open to anyone. Okay. There's registration on the website and also through our constant contact. So,
if you're hungry to learn, it's the place to go.
That's really a great offer.
Without a doubt.
So Ryan, there have been a lot of great graduates that have come out of the Don Ryan Center. So how are they doing now?
The graduates are actually doing very well, and we're happy to say that a lot of them are staying in the area. The graduates and the existing companies have actually created 64 additional jobs with an annual payroll of about $3 million. So.
And for those that don't know, I mean, the Don Ryan Center, a huge part of what you guys do is it's like an incubator, right? For small business.
Exactly. So innovators will come in with basically a great idea and some form of business plan, and they'll come to us, and we help with marketing and website design, hopefully help to find funding, which of course is always the most difficult part with any kind of startup business. But we like to help them grow to the next stage.
It's cool going in your office. You've got like your tracking board, and it's like a series of week updates and everything.
We do. We keep on task, and we like to have weekly to monthly tasks that we kind of set in place, not only for the innovators themselves, but also for us. And we're connected with Clemson University and their REDIC program, and they do a lot of research and market development for us, and so we have tasks for them as well, and so we all stay on page.
I mean, your grads are really going places. You can see on your website some of the work that they've been doing and the accounts that they've been able to take on. It's
amazing.
So to see if somebody's interested in becoming a part of this, you know, where you could potentially go. Having hope as an innovator, I think, is something you guys really offer.
Without a doubt.
Now, what's the most exciting thing that's happening right now at the center?
Well, one of the most exciting things is one of our innovators, Joshua Hale, who's with Village Features 3D. He's just recently got what's called the Oculus Rift. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of it, but it is the latest in virtual reality. And so it's literally a headset that goes over your head and covers your head. And what Josh does is he renders architectural drawings. So the blueprints of a house, it could be literally anything. It could be a skyscraper, whatever it could be. And he turns them into virtual buildings, a 3D building. And so what he's doing with the Oculus Rift is he's actually putting you inside
the space.
And so the coolest one that he's recently done is he did a rendering of a cathedral. And what it really is able to do is, when you see it on the computer screen, it
takes you there.
It's unreal. But when you put it on the Oculus Rift on your head, you can literally look up and see.
You're transported.
See the cathedral and see the scale of these buildings. So it is incredible what he's able to do with it.
That's truly amazing. Another cool thing that y'all have that we were talking about earlier is the 3D printer.
The 3D printer.
Always draws a crowd, I'm sure.
Yes, it does.
And you were telling us the quality of the thing is really good.
It really is. It depends on how fine you want to layer the actual plastic, and it can go from 400 micrometers to 70. And so obviously the 70 micrometers is a very, very thin layer of plastic, and that really does increase the quality of it.
And is that going to be open to the public at some point too?
It is. We've just recently, I would say, mastered how to use it, and it is a very complicated machine, but we've really gotten a hold on it, and the innovators that have needed to use it have really gotten a chance to use it. And in January, we'll be opening up to the public, and so anybody that wants to use it can come in and the ability to rent time and rent materials.
Yeah. We talked about that a little bit earlier. They don't necessarily need to have any software background or software training, right?
That's
you can
right.
show them the whole thing there.
And it's very easy just to go online and find somebody that's has some experience in CAD design, whether it be a logo or if they're making boots or shoes or something along those lines, and just have somebody design it and then come in and print it.
They can just show up with the idea.
Awesome. Exactly. So
the future is here. Well, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
And stay with us. We'll be right back with the last segment of 843 TV.